Madhu, Lakshmi,
Good morning, sir.
good morning, guys. Vishnu, all of you. So, welcome to this very first demo of Python. In this demo, we will try to understand a lot of aspects related to Python. We'll try to understand the different domains of IT where Python is being used predominantly, as well as we will try to understand what are the usage of Python. So, without any further delay, I will start this demo. And I know that a lot of students might be having questions in their mind, okay, related to their career. Okay, if some students are from IT, non-IT, okay, with career gap, education gap, okay. So they are having questions whether learning Python is good for them. Is Python difficult? Can I do the Python coding? Okay, so many questions. So no worries. We'll try to answer most of the questions in this demo. Okay. So the heading is Python full stack. So okay, rather than talking about Python initially, let's speak about full stack. Okay. What is actually a full stack? Okay, you might have heard about full stack Java, full stack .NET, full stack Mon. Okay, a lot of full stack courses. So what actually is a full stack? Okay, the very first question before going to discuss about Python and their usages and all, we will try to understand what is a full stack first of all. Hmm? What is full stack? Okay, so guys, when you will go to the okay, I think this cable is little this cable this way. Okay, is it there? Sorry, guys, just give me a second. Mm. Yeah. Okay. What is full stack? Okay. 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 So the question is, what is a full stack? So the answer is very simple to understand. Okay. Okay. What is a full stack? So if the full stack means an end to end. What end to end? Development. Development of an application. Okay, of an application. So we'll try to understand with the real time example. When you go to the any company, any software company, any IT company, there you might find a different type of variety of engineers. Okay, engineers calling themselves, I'm a what, full stack engineer, I'm a front end engineer, I'm what, like backend engineer, database engineer, so many different types of engineers you might find there. Okay, so those guys who say I'm a full stack developer, or I'm a backend engineer. What are their differences? Like, what do they do actually? You have to understand. If you understand those roles, those profiles, then it will be very easier to understand what actually is a full stack. Okay. So to understand these things, okay, right now I will just write it down here. What a front end engineer, okay, front end engineer. This is a front end engineer. Second one, you might find a backend engineer, okay, backend engineer. You might find database engineer, okay, database engineer. So why actually we need these different types of engineers? You will understand when you will try to understand the very architecture of an application, guys. Applications, like full stack application. What is mean by full stack application? An application, guys, right now you're using a lot of different types of application. For example, phone pay every day, YouTube. Then what else? Hotstar, Netflix, Amazon, Flipkart. So many applications you're using in your daily life. And these all applications, no, they're not a single entity. They are not a single entity. They are not a single unit, but they are made by different parts. What are they? They are made by different parts. So when you are accessing any application, that application is made in a three different parts. What? Three different parts. So let's understand here. Here is a first part. This first part is called front end, guys. Okay, front end. The second part is called backend. What do we call? Backend. And this third part is called database. What do we call? Database. And we will try to understand what need to divide this application, any application, into these three parts. So here you are sitting somewhere and accessing that. What? Accessing that application through internet. If there is no internet, can you access YouTube? No, it's not possible. Okay, so you are connected to this application with the help of internet. Okay, so now let's understand from here. You got connected to the first part of application. Any application. Let's talk about this application we are talking is YouTube application. What application? YouTube application. And this YouTube application has what? These three parts: front end, back end, and database. So first, whenever you connect to the application, you don't know that application has three parts. You are just user. You are accessing it. Okay. And you don't know in background what is happening there. Okay. Whether that application is like divided into three part or it is just one part. Okay. So you don't worry about it and you just connect to the application with the help of internet. So guys, this request to connection to the YouTube application, first it will be connected to this first part called front end. Okay, a very first part of the application is front end. And when you connect to the front end, that request will be what? Forwarded to the next part called back end. And from backend, this request will be forwarded to the database. We will try to understand why actually this request is being forwarded to part 1 to part 2, part 2 to the part 3. Okay. And then, guys, why do we access any application? What is the reason behind we are accessing? We are using YouTube application to watch movies, isn't it? To watch some reels, huh? To watch movies, to watch reels, to watch news, to watch songs. Okay. So that is called data. That is called a data. Data can be a simple text, data can be an image, data can be audio, data can be a video, data can be anything. And the data is important for user. The data is important for user. For example, you're going to access Amazon. So what do? You go to the Amazon, you watch the images of shoes, of what, your shirt. Okay, if you like it, you select it, you buy it. Okay, so that image, okay, their price, the detail is called data. And data is stored somewhere is in the part called database. What? Database. Now, YouTube's all the videos are stored in the part called database. Why actually we are storing the data into database? See, the name itself is a definition. Database means the base of data, where the data lies, where the data is stored. Now, all the movies, for example, what movies? Let's say Bahubali movie. Okay, Bahubali movie, Pushpa movie. Okay, what then? KGF movie, Kantara movie. All the movies are stored inside this database. And now your aim is to access that movie and watch that movie, isn't it? And that is stored here. Now let's understand. We are connecting to the front end, and front end has no movie. Is front end having movie? No. Who has movie? Database has the movie. So you are getting connected to the front end and asking, hey front end, give me the movie, Bahubali movie. Front end is saying, buddy, I don't have the movie, but I know one guy who can help you to get the movie. So that request is being forwarded to the backend, and front end knows only one guy, that is backend. So he's asking, okay, it's neighbor backend. One guy is asking, what Bahubali movie? Give me the Bahubali movie. So front end is asking to backend, give me Bahubali. Backend also has no movie. Who has movie? Database. So backend will check what movie actually it is asking, whether it is asking Kantara, Bahubali, KGF, or any other movie. So backend will check and go to the database, because in the database, now you go to the YouTube, thousands of lakhs of millions of videos are there. But if you search for Bahubali, only Bahubali related movies, things will come. Am I right? Or you KGF will come. If you type Bahubali and enter submit, what will happen? Bahubali related things will come. So the data related to Bahubali will be fetched from database and what given to front end. And front end will what showcase that data into your screen here. Okay. And you are watching, boom, what? Bahubali movie. So let's understand now. Let's understand now what are the roles of each part here. What are the roles of each part? So front end has no data. Front end, we understood here the database. What? To store the data. What? Store the data. We use database. Next, what is the usage of front end? Why do we have a front end? Now, guys, in the database, movie is just stored. If we'll go to the, let's go to the I will open here YouTube, guys. Okay. Now you see here, can you see here, like, is there initially, if you see, there is no movie, there is no video, only square boxes are there. What are there? Square boxes are there. But apart from square boxes, the videos and all the things, okay, like here the logos, everything is there, isn't it? That all the things are there which are the part of front end. Front end work is to what? Display the movie or display the content, display the data in a proper way, in a organized manner. Okay, representation of the data, what? Visualization of data is the part of, what is the part of that? What is that? Front end. So front end job is, if someone gives data, front end has no data, but if someone gives data to the front end will showcase it in a nice format. Okay, and it will appear on your screen. Okay, it will appear on your screen. So the work of front end part is what? Present. Okay, present data. Here, store data. Now, when you asked, what user asked? What movie user asked? Bahubali movie. So, but in database, thousands of movies are there. How actually you typed Bahubali and only Bahubali appeared? So someone is checking, someone is what? From those thousands of movies, what? Only though that Bahubali movie is taking and giving it to you. So that work is done by backend. That work is done by backend. Backend is a logic. In a human body, the what work brain does is the same work done by backend. Okay, the all logic, all validation. What do we say? Validation. You are asking Bahubali and you are getting KGF, means your brain is not working properly, isn't it? So here the backend, when you are entering, for example, leave about YouTube, talk about Hotstar or Netflix. If you want to watch Netflix movie, then what? You have to enter email ID and password. And if the email ID or password is incorrect, you will get one message, boom. Please enter valid email ID or password. Okay, your entered email ID is incorrect. So who is checking that whether your entered email ID is correct or not? So you are just entering here that email ID that is being transferred to front end. Front end say, buddy, I don't care about what is your email ID, what is your password. I will just what? Forward this to backend, and backend will check whether you enter data is correct or not. And whatever the data coming from database and whatever the data coming from front end, okay, incoming data and outgoing data, both the data will checked by backend whether they are correct or not. That is called validation. That is called validation. So what is the work of backend? If someone asks you, validating data. What? Validating data. అర్థమవుతున్నాయా? Okay. So presenting data, storing data, validating data. Now guys, when you will go to IT company, lots of engineers, they will say, I'm a front end engineer, I'm a back end engineer, I'm a database engineer. So when someone says I'm a front end engineer, means that person, that employee, that engineer is good in, that engineer is good in only making front end, means presenting data. The application's one part is a front end, and that person is good in only in that part, only in that one part. If someone says I'm good in what? I'm a backend developer, means that person is good in only in this backend part. Okay, validation and all. If someone says I'm a database administrator, database developer or something, that means that person is really good in storing data, what? Updating data, deleting data. Okay, all the things related to data and database done by database developer. And then comes the full stack engineer. Sir, then what part we are going to work? Are we going to work on front end or back end or database? Because already there are engineers, front end, back end, database. So what we will do after becoming a full stack engineer? So full stack engineer is an engineer who knows front end, back end, and database. What? Front end, back end, and database. Full stack. Okay, మొత్తం వస్తుంది. full stack, front end, back end, and database. The engineer who knows front end, back end, and database is called full stack engineer. Okay. So the question is, what is full stack? An end-to-end development of an application. Full stack means end-to-end development of an application. Now, a full stack engineer can develop a full from end to end application. No need of someone else. Okay. So for that, what you have to learn front end technology, back end technologies, and database also. Got my point? So let's talk about, now you become a front end engineer, someone become a back end, someone become a database, and someone become a full stack engineer. And you all went to one company's interview. You all went to company's interview. Now that HR asked you, okay, what are you? You said front end. Someone said back end, database, and full stack. What do you think company whom will hire? Definitely the guy who knows more technologies, the guy who have more skills. Okay. And full stack engineer is the only engineer who knows all the three technologies. So definitely they will give more salary and hire that person. So right now, in current generation, in current trends, you can see, okay, the guys with the more skills are hired very, very early. And full stack engineering is, yes, definitely it is vast, but yes, it will pay you off also very well. Okay, it will give a very good job also. Now, we understood what is full stack. Now let's understand what type of language is Python. What type of language is Python? Okay, Python. Because we understood full stack now, and our course is what? Python full stack. We understood full stack. Now let's understand about Python. What type of language is Python? Out there, so many different languages. Chala many languages unnai kada. Java undi, .NET, C, C++, PHP, Python, Mern, JavaScript. చాలా మంది లాంగ్వేజెస్ ఉన్నాయి. సో ఎందుకు పైథన్ నేర్చుకోవాలి? Why one should learn Python only? Why can't I learn any other language? So I will give you very, very a concrete reason, guys. The coming future as well as present belongs to Python language. So when you will become a Python full stack engineer, you will understand what actually is the power of Python in IT. Because I will give you a little exposure about IT. In IT is a very big field, guys. In IT, there are different works are going on. Okay, so let's talk about, here is your IT. Okay, IT. Okay, IT. And in this IT field, there are multiple domains. What are there? Multiple domains are there. Okay, so domains like what? Domains like, domain means field, subfield. What? In IT, some people are doing software. Okay, some people are developing softwares. So that one domain is called software development domain. What do we call? Software development domain. The engineers, a team which is developing software, applications, apps, is called software development domain. There are like this so many different domains, guys. What are other domains? For example, right now you can see there is a AI and machine learning domain. What? AI and machine learning domain, where what? Artificial intelligence related, machine learning, no, chat GPT, copilot, so many different things like that. Okay, AI, machine learning, is being another one domain of IT. In that we are what training models, we are creating chat GPT like products. Okay. Now you can talk about cyber security. What cyber security? If any fraud is happening, any bad activity is happening in IT, because digital crime also increased, Gada. Huh? Digital crime. So how to prevent such digital crimes? That work is done in this department, cyber security department. Okay. This is one of the, what you can say, domain. Next one, there are so many domains. I will not talk about all the domains, but I will give you example of few domains. Okay. There is a data science, guys. There is a data science domain. What is there? Data science domain, where we study the data to get proper information out of it. Okay. To proper information out of it. So next one, cloud. Okay. Cloud, AWS, Azure, GCP, so many different cloud platforms are there. Then what? DevOps. Okay. These are the different domains in IT, and many more domains are in the IT. And I will tell you one thing. Let's say you will learn Java. Okay. No offense to Java, but if you learn Java, in what domains you will get the job? Because each domain is different and each domain's work is also different. Let's assume that you learn Java. So in what? In software development field, you will create applications. We can create applications on Java. Very good. Okay, very well. But AI/ML, have you heard AI and machine learning we are doing on Java? No, we cannot do. Cybersecurity scripting? No. Data science in Java? No. Cloud? No. DevOps? No. So like that, so many domains where we cannot use Java or languages like Java, for example, C Sharp, .NET, or PHP, okay, or any other language like JavaScript. These languages are good, but they are only used in software development, not in other these domains. Right now, we all know that AI, data science, cloud, cybersecurity, DevOps, and these all are also having very good market in the IT. Now, let me tell you, if you learn Python, if you learn Python, then you can work in a software development. Yes, with the help of Python, you can create softwares, and that is what we are going to learn in this course. As well as Python is being used in AI and machine learning also. Python is used for cyber security scripting also, guys. Okay. Python is used for what? Scripting, to write the scripts, to run the scripts. Okay. That scripts are written in Python. Data science, the whole data science is on Python. Cloud, if you want to create any resource on cloud, then you can what? Create with the help of programmatic way. And there also Python scripting is very famous. DevOps, in DevOps to write automation scripts. DevOps engineers also use Python, guys. So tell me, if learning Python can give you job in software development, AI/ML, cybersecurity, DevOps, cloud, data science, because in all the domains Python is used. So tell me, if you learn Python, getting job is easier or not compared to any other? Why? Because the vacancies from every domain, okay, related to Python, you can apply. But any other engineer or any other developer, any other what language engineer cannot apply for that. Only Python. So in Python, in coming future also going to increase and increase. That is the one reason I told why to learn Python. So Python is actually used in multiple domains of IT. So that is the reason Python learning is the best thing. Second thing, Python is the easiest language, guys. Is the easiest language compared to any other language in the world. Yes, that is my strong opinion. That is my strong opinion because Python is similar to English like. Okay. Python is similar to English. Python, I will tell you, if you will write a code in Java or any other language, if that code is, if you write one function or if you write one proper functionality program, and that program is what 50 lines of program, I can guarantee you that you can write in Python only 5 lines. Where is 50 line and where is 5 lines? That much of concise, that much of simple, that much of very, very, you can say organized coding you can do with the help of Python. Python is the easiest because of its syntax, because of its English like behavior, and because of what it is very concise. Okay. Python is the easiest language. Now let's understand the main question, what type of language is a Python? What type of a language is a Python? Guys, I will write here one definition. Python, and we will try to understand. Python is a general purpose. What? Python is a general purpose. Okay, general purpose, high level. What? Python is a general purpose, high level. Okay, and what? Hybrid. What? General purpose hybrid language. Okay, general purpose high level hybrid language. So what is mean by general purpose, what is mean by high level, and what is mean by hybrid? These three words we have to understand. Okay, these three words we have to understand. So let's understand. General purpose. Okay, general purpose. A general purpose means a language, a purpose. You have seen general kirana stores. In general kirana stores, you ask any item. Okay. For example, you ask soap, you ask oil, you ask what? Mm, whatever it is. Okay. Lots of items because that is general store, not a special store. Okay. Not for only one product. You can get variety of products. Same here, general purpose language means a language which is not being used in only one domain, but in multiple domains of IT. We have seen here what Python is used is for software development, AI, ML, data science, cloud, cyber security, DevOps, so many different things. So it is a special purpose language? No, it is a general purpose language. Use it anywhere. Use it anywhere. So it is called a general purpose language. So we do have languages, type of languages, special purpose languages, general purpose languages. And Python is what? General purpose language. Means a language, okay, language is used in multiple, what? Multiple, okay, domains. Okay, it's called what? General purpose language. Next one, high level language. Okay, high level language. uh Guys who are from computer background, they will understand it quickly. But if someone is not from IT background, okay, I will explain them also. So here, high level language. Again, languages are divided on the basis of its level. High level, low level, mid level languages. What is mean by high level? A high level language is a language which is similar to English. I will write here. A high level, okay? High level language is human understandable language. What? Human understandable language. Now, human understandable language. Now tell me guys, human understandable language. So English is a human understandable and Python uses what? Simple. what simple English, and that English is also understandable by humans. What a high level language is a human understandable in language, which is written in what 0 and 1, 1001, that we cannot understand. But we can understand a language similar to English very easily. So Python is what? Similar to English, written in English only. So we call Python is a high level language, and that is human understandable language. Okay. Next one. It is a hybrid language. Some people do call Python is what? Python is a interpreter based language. Okay. But that is wrong. Python is not fully interpreter based. Python is not fully compiler based. Okay. Hybrid language. Python is partially what? Hybrid and partially compiler based. Python actually uses resources very, very wisely. Okay. Now, what is meant by interpreter? What is meant by interpreter based language? Python means, or like, let's understand before understanding hybrid. There are three types of languages. First one is compiler based language. Second one is interpreter based language. And third one is hybrid language. Now, what is meant by compiler based? Compilation means you have written a code in one Python or Java, or like mostly let's take example of Java. You have written a code in Java. So that code is also written in English like language. And our computer do not understand English. What it understands? Binary. That we all know. Computer understands binary, a low level language. Binary is a low level language. So hybrid, so you are writing code in English, which is in high level language, and computer understands in a low level language. So someone has to what? You have to compile that. You have to compile that. Compilation means converting that code into low level language in binary. And that binary will provide it to the your machine, your computer, your what? Server. And what server will understand? That machine will understand it. But interpreter based means interpretation. Yes. Chup, interpreter. Telsa? Same lage. Okay. So interpretation means low level nunchi high level. Okay. Okay. High level to low level to high level. That's really good. But what actually I will say here, buddy, interpreter means simply interpreting. Okay. Now already this is a compiler based language. Let's say it's a compiler. Okay. Like compiled code is there. Now I have written one code, simple one code, and that code, okay, that code is simply, it's compiled already, and I'm using that whenever I'm running the code. Okay, I'm running the code again and again. Okay, again and again, the compiled code is created. What compiled code is created? Compiled code is created. But why do I need to create again and again compile code? For example, let's understand here. Here is the one file. Okay. Here is a Java. Okay. Here is a Java. Why I'm taking Java here example? Because Java is a compiler based. So I wrote here one code. So what will happen from here? One Java compiled. Okay. This file will be created. And this file, okay, will be executed. This file will be executed on runtime. But what will happen if I will run this code again? Again, one compiled. Again, it will compile. Again, it will execute. Again, if I will run, again, it will compile. Again, it will run. So always that is creating some pressure upon your machine, always compilation. But what happened later, the interpreter based languages, once the compilation is created, what I will use this compilation. If any changes happened into it, any changes happened into here, for example, 5 lines, after 6 lines I added. So only 6 lines will be what compiled and added here. Why to again compile whole code? Isn't it? So that is like an interpreter behavior. So Python uses, okay, so varies, like the very behavior of Python is related to interpreters. So some people they call Python is an interpreter based language. But Python is what first time it behaves like a compiler and second time it behaves like what? Interpreter. First time compiler and later interpreter. So that is the reason Python some people they call interpreter, but the real answer is Python is a hybrid based language which is using compile plus interpreter. Okay. So it uses what? Compiler plus, okay, hybrid based approach. Sorry, interpreter based approach. Okay.